and gentlemen, welcome back to another fantastic episode of Bar Talk. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, happy Thursday, happy Friday, happy Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever it is that you are listening to this. I hope you are having the best day ever. And guys, if your day is not going the way that you had intended it to go, you and only you have the power to turn it around and make it extraordinary. So ask yourself, what kind of day do you want to have today? Do you want to have a good day? Do you want to have a bad day? Is the glass half empty or half full? You choose to pick the lens in which you view your life. So, how do you want to view your life? Ask yourself that. I'm very excited for this episode for a number of reasons. But you are going to hear from four amazing people that started the Nina Mastro Organization. Julie McDermott, who you might remember was on the St. Patrick's Day episode. She is my cousin, formerly Julie Perminis, Julie McDermott now. Allie Guttillo, Nicole Guttillo, and Nicole Mather. And they are going to tell you about their organization and why they started the Nina Mastro Organization. So I'm going to give you guys like kind of a brief rundown of like about the organization, what you can expect from this conversation, and a little bit more. Obviously, all four of these women are going to explain it in much greater detail, but I kind of just want to give you some bullet points, we'll say. So all of these girls were childhood friends with Nina. Julie, Allie, and Nicole Mather were best friends since, God, I think like preschool or kindergarten, like very early on. Nicole Guttillo became friends with Nina a little bit later when she started dating her now husband. At the time was her boyfriend. They were cousins. So you'll hear that that relationship break down. However, Nina lost her life to pancreatic cancer at just the age of 29. Nina was someone who she lit up every room she was in, and it wasn't just because of her red lips, which is why if you are watching this, you will see I have on my best shade of red, which is not as vibrant as Nina's red lipstick ever was. But this organization was founded in 2019, just 2 years after Nina lost her life in January of 2017. So, what I think is pretty incredible, guys, about this organization is their goal is to raise money, and the money that they raise, they donate to either a person or a family who is struggling with the financial burdens that cancer can bring. Each year, they pick a different recipient to donate the funds to. And if you're someone who you're kind of hearing this and you're like, God, I'd love to get involved, you can donate on their website. It's going to be Nina, I believe it's Nina M. I have it later on in my notes. Hold on, let me just pull it up. It is nina-m.org. You can come out to an event. Like I'm involved in this. They have some events coming up. And then you can contact them directly at their email or throughout their social channels. They would love for you guys to get involved. And I guess the one thing that I'll kind of say from an outsider perspective, because I asked them a little bit about this, but it's the why. Like why would you do this? Like I'm always amazed when I hear of anyone who starts an organization after losing a loved one, because to me, I'm like, do you want that constant reminder? Like that was always my thought. And I remember when Nina passed, I was by no means was I close with Nina the way that these women were, or her family or her immediate friends were. But growing up in Bridgeport in this neighborhood, the one thing that I love is people really look out for each other and are really there for each other in the way that you want them to be. And I remember at the funeral looking at all of these young women thinking like, oh my God, they just like lost a piece of themselves. And like what do you do in that situation? Like how do you move on? How do you live? How do you breathe when a piece of you is missing? Because that crew was so, I mean, they were so, it was a unit. And again, like I asked just a little bit earlier, like, how can you possibly do this? And I feel like I've seen that piece that they lost get like slowly come back. And not only has it come back to them, but I've seen that the piece that they've healed within each of themselves, that healing has helped heal others, and it's helped families. It's helped an individual struggling with cancer in such a way that like I can't imagine how difficult it is for each of them to do this, day in and day out. But I am proud to say that I know them and that I am friends with them, and to see the work that they've done and to see the work that they're going to continue to do. And to be honest, I feel like they're really just getting started with stuff. So you're going to hear from them. They're going to explain more about it. Before we go ahead and get into that conversation, I have two quick things for you guys. Okay. Number one, welcome on in. If you're a returning regular of mine, guys, welcome back. But if this is your first time coming on into Bar Talk, it is such an honor to have you here spending the next, maybe 30, 40 minutes with us as we sit down and chat. I would love it if you would follow us along. We are going to be at Bar Talk with Jenna. You are going to find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. I would love it if you would follow us along, subscribe on any of those channels. If you're someone who is an audio listener to the podcast, guys, make sure you are subscribed. Leave us a 5-star rating. Say something nice. Believe me, guys, that helps more than you know. It would mean the absolute world to me if you could just take a minute out of your day, write a little something sweet. It helps this podcaster grow, and it puts a big smile on my face more than you know. Also, a heads up for our social channels, guys. Every Friday, I have a new drink of the week that I put out that kind of prepares you for the week ahead. So you're definitely going to want to follow us on any of my social channels. I post it all across there. So just kind of pick your poison and what you do with that. Okay. And then stay until the end for a segment I like to call Here's a Tip for You, that I know is going to help you moving forward. Okay. All right, guys, that is all I have for you. That is my only call to action. So let's go right ahead and dive on in to my conversation with the woman behind the Nina Mastro Organization. Enjoy. Guys, thank you so much for doing this. How about you guys explain what it is the organization is?
Sure, yeah. So our organization is obviously named after our best friend, Nina Mastro. And people who don't know Nina or do know Nina would tell you that you knew who Nina was walking into a bar by her red lips, right? She always walked in, had bright red lipstick on, which is our logo, pays tribute to who she was as a person. Nina walked in and lit up everyone's life who she met. She had this outgoing personality that just, it lit up a room. It made you laugh. You always knew when she was in the room because she was the loudest person there. And she didn't care who you were. She walked right up to you and was like, hey, I'm Nina, let's be friends. Like, that was just her and her personality. And I think we all had that experience directly with her and why we were so affected by Nina and who she was as a person.
How did Nina make you feel, Allie, specifically, like when you were with her?
So she's my soulmate, right? There's no doubt about it. Nina pushed me to always want to be the best version of myself. We were just inseparable. We beat the shit out of each other, excuse my language. We just fought all the time, like sisters, right? We made fun of each other. I was always the ugly one, but I took that with stride. But it was just the relationship you can't compare to, and she was just my soulmate.
Nicole, or Mather, I should. I'll refer to you as Mather and you as Nicole. Mather, how would you describe the friendship that you and Nina had?
Nina and I fought all the time.
Why are you guys such a violent friend?
We never saw eye to eye, like black and white, like complete opposites, but we always came back together. And I mean, we did everything together. We traveled together. We went on crazy trips and would be out at a bar on a Friday night and book a flight to Vegas 2 weeks later because that's just who she was. She was just so lively and wanted to always, just do the most spontaneous shit ever. And it's just undescribable, just the type of person she was. And she was just an amazing person, and she's a great friend. And yeah, I don't know what way to put it.
What do you think she gave you as a person?
Strength, for sure.
Okay.
She always, watching her from day one in her journey, she was always the most positive person, no matter what she was hit with, no matter, what diagnosis, what treatment, whatever she needed to go through. She was just so positive and so full of strength. And I feel like that always kind of pushed me to continue to try to be more positive, because it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, especially coming out of COVID and everything that's been going on in the city and in the world. You just have to look at the bright side of things and just know that there are better days coming.
Yeah. Okay, Julie, did you and Nina fight too, like the other two? Please tell me no.
Me and Nina would make eye contact and we would game it up on Mather.
Dang. Oh my
We would look at each other from across the bar and be like, oh, her phone's unattended. Let's go get it.
All the time. It was so annoying.
I love you. But yeah, we were also friends when we were really little kids, and that was really special because, we played on 38th and Low. It was very much, us and the Fasulas and, all of our other cousins that came from the end of the block. And my earliest memories were always just playing out in front and playing, we'll play wiffle ball in the corner. And her mom would always come in and call her. She would have to go and take a lot of breaks. I never understood why until I actually got older. And then, we came back around as older adults to gain up on Nicole, and it was really, really fun. No, I'm kidding. She was such a good friend, and even trailing off and coming back, it was like you never lost time. And those are, I think, really the best kinds of friendships, and that's what I always have with.
Those are rare friendships, and when you have them, you hold on to them for as long and as tight as you can, because the fact that you can just pick up right where you left off is a beautiful thing. What did she give you in your life, Julie?
I gotta say confidence, right?
She had it.
I was always so jealous of it, not to a point where, ugly jealousy. It was, God, I wish I could be like that. It was, look at her. And, she always had a smile on her face. She was always the star of the show because she just had
Tell me
that.
I'm beautiful.
Tell me I'm beautiful. Literally. I would hear her say that to people at Spiders and just be like, I can't believe you just said that. But yes, you are, and this is great. And I always admired that and wanted it, So, whenever I think of that, I think of her.
Yeah. Okay, Nicole now. How would you describe your relationship with Nina?
So mine's different than them. I wasn't getting beat up on by any of them. I came from the outside, dating Nina's cousin, and at a young age, and then just growing up with her, just always having fun, whether it was going to Sox games and going back to Spiders after and dancing on the bar, or going out to West End or ending the night at San Jose. Jealous that Nina was able to put lipstick on and eyeliner without going in the bathroom and looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
Literally, and red lipstick. Red lipstick.
Wait, eyeliner?
Eyeliner.
Yeah.
She just sit
She
there.
would just do that.
Yeah.
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 So I'm really jealous of that. I'd have it up here. Nothing was on her teeth. Her red lips were perfect. Yeah, she was very talented with that.
Red lips is not an easy thing to pull off, and I know I was obviously on the younger end, so I really didn't get to hang out with you guys as much when you guys were going out with Nina. But in every photo, I just remember being like, could I pull that off? And my answer always was
No.
None
of us
It
could.
was always no. So Nicole, how did Nina impact your life?
Honestly, I have to piggyback off them with the strength and the confidence. She just, you would never know she was having a bad day, and she could have been in the worst pain of her life, and you would never know. She was great. Sorry.
It's okay.
This is hard. She just always put a smile on your face. She was always smiling, and just looking at her, you wanted to smile.
Mm-hmm. So how many years now has it been since she's passed?
5.
5 years. Okay. Losing her, obviously, I don't even have to ask you guys like how that impacts you, because I think that's pretty self-explanatory from hearing you guys talk about the impact she's made in your life. You guys did something that I don't think many people would have the strength to do, and that's to, like, because I remember hearing when you guys were starting the Nina Mastro Organization, my first thought was, that's a constant reminder, like, can you guys do that? Like, truthfully, because I think some people wouldn't be able to, and the fact that you guys have been doing this now for a few years, I think is incredible. So I guess let's just start with, why did you guys even decide to start this organization?
I think it was an easy decision for us, right? We wanted something to honor Nina. And what better way to honor someone who just lit up your life by helping people go through the pain and suffering that Nina went through.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we can all agree that we wanted to help people because that's what Nina would have did, and that Nina would be proud of what we've built today on our organization. So that's what I would say is why we started.
Okay.
She would give us a lot of shit for what we've done in the last 5 years.
Like, do you think she would be embarrassed?
Not embarrassed, but just having that sort of light on her and that attention. So before we started the organization, we hosted a benefit on her behalf, like kind of forced her a little bit to host this benefit, because even though she wouldn't tell us, like you said, if she's having a bad day, we wanted to find a way to help her. So this neighborhood is amazing, and it came through for us 110%. We hosted this benefit for her, put it together in probably about 4 weeks, raised a ton of money, and being able to give that to her to help her with hospital bills, upcoming treatments, whatever she needed, and just the look on her face and just the feeling of giving that to her and knowing that it was going to help whatever she needed to help and take any pain or ease the financial burden, as we would say, or any worry off of her. It was just the best feeling that I've ever felt in my entire life.
The financial burden, especially with anyone who is sick, your focus should be on getting better, doing what I need to do day in and day out, but that financial burden can be just as heavy. Mm-hmm. So I think, you guys being able to do this organization to help people, was that a big influence on why you guys wanted to do this as well?
Absolutely.
It really was. When we first started, we hosted events. We had a block party at Shinnick's. That was our big starting point and our big, opener to what we wanted to do. We wanted to be able to have something annually that is a really good time for everybody, but also a way to pull in money to kind of build up a pot for us to be able to gift to, somebody who is going through something similar, and in no way ask or allocate where these funds need to be used. It's just, we've raised this money, and now with recipients and people who reach out to nominate a recipient, we say, we are going to gift you this money. Mm-hmm. We're not allocating what you're using it for. You don't have to use it for doctor bills. If we gave a lot to 6 people, I think, for the year of COVID, and we split it equally amongst everyone because that was a really hard year for everyone. Mm-hmm. It was also distributed, around Christmas time. If you need this extra money to even buy Christmas presents, this is just something that we want to gift to people to take one less worry off of their plate. Yeah. Who are struggling with something that our dear friend also struggled with. Mm-hmm.
I feel like you were going to say something.
I was going to say the same thing, and I think the goal is just to take one less thing off of someone else's plate. If we can do that, I think we've accomplished what we built this organization to be.
Yeah. So what does this organization stand for?
So the Nina Mastro Organization stands for, like they said, helping out those who need it the most. And when we first started, like Julie said, we were doing a block party. We were doing it with the Pan Can team, but then we just decided, let's personalize this more. Let's be able to do multiple things throughout the year to help with people. I mean, unfortunately, there are a lot of people that we know who are going through things and just want to help them out as much as we can.
What does this organization mean to all of you?
I honestly don't know if I can put it into words what it means.
Could you describe a feeling?
It makes me happy. I mean, just to see, like, the other day, I think our last post, we kind of did a recap of just what we've done the last 3-4 years. And yeah, it makes you cry and it brings tears to your eyes, but it just makes you feel so proud that you were able to just do one little thing to help one person. Just the people that we've helped and had as recipients so far have just been so wonderful and thankful and grateful. And I think that's how I feel, is just grateful for the opportunity to be able to do this.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just really proud of us, and I'm proud that, you know, these are my best friends, and this is the way that we are remembering Nina, and that we talk about her every day. You know, this isn't, you know, we miss her tremendously, and I think this is helping us kind of deal with that by doing something that we think is amazing for other people.
I do have a question that's a little off script. I am obviously like a very big spiritual person. I know Nina was very spiritual as well. I'm curious if she's ever, if you feel that she's come through to you guys in different ways. Like I know for me, like I get dimes from my gram, so I see them randomly and they make no sense whatsoever. Do any of you guys have something like that, or are they individual, like anything like that?
Well, I actually do really believe in signs and also connecting to the spiritual world. And I saw a medium a year ago, and this woman described Nina perfectly to a T. She came in with bright red lips, and, you know, how would she know that? But
Yeah.
The thing that she told me that Nina said was, thank you, in all capital letters. She's pretty much screaming this at you guys.
On top of Spider's Bar.
From spiders, obviously. Yeah, so, you know, we were, like Nicole kind of mentioned earlier, we were nervous, like, would she be proud of us? Would she want this? You know, like, this is attention, and like you said, it's a constant reminder that we don't have her anymore. But I do want to believe that she is proud of us.
Yeah. Have any of you guys at all gotten anything, or?
I mean, in the years ago when she first passed, I think I had a couple like crazy dreams where she's, you know, come into my dreams and stuff. But then just like little things I've noticed. So like we left for Europe. Us three went to Europe for 2 weeks, and we were in the airport, and I don't know if she got mentioned or something, and there was a suction cup lip, just one lip sitting on the counter in O'Hare Airport. And I like looked at Allie and I was like, I have to buy this. And she was like, what? Where did that even come from? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, but I have to buy this. It's coming with me to Europe, and I still have it, and it's still in my room. And it's just like little constant reminders. I'll be driving down the expressway, and the graffiti across the thing will say Nina. And I'm like, oh, hey, girl. Like, you know, so just little things that like pop up here and there that I feel like constant reminders that she's with us and she's here, and I see what you guys are doing, and, you know, she is proud. And, you know, we make fun that she doesn't want the attention, but she loves it. And
I mean, if someone's saying, tell me how beautiful I am, all the time, she's kind of enjoying it a little bit.
Well, she would give you the shirt off her back, but she wouldn't want you to know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, if you found out, she'd be okay, and then she'd be like, yeah, I did it, but she would not want you to know at all.
Yeah.
Like, she was always loved everyone and wanted to help, but just wanted to do it, like, under, yeah.
Quiet. Okay. What do you guys have planned for this year coming up?
So we actually have a lot coming up. So we, obviously with the pandemic, you know, events and things were halted. So now that we're back to in-person events, we held a night at Zany's, which was a lot of fun. Our annual block party is coming back up this summer. at Shinix. And then we are looking forward to actually launching a clothing brand. So we've been working on our new branding. So Jillian Duddleston helped us with the logo, which is obviously a bright red lip. We brought this for you. Oh, thanks, guys. A present for you. So this is our basic line. So everything is revolving around our logo. We just really wanted to work on rebranding this year after obviously having to take a step back during the pandemic. We really wanted to work on rebranding and, providing more for our audience, even through social media. We're looking at educational posts every month for the cancer awareness and, what does this specific type of cancer look like? What are some risk factors? What are, telltale signs to talk to your doctor about? We want to be able to provide more and give our followers a reason for following, other than just, constantly, asking for money or raising money. We want to be able to give back as well.
Yeah.
So that's what we're looking at with our new social media revamp, as well as our cute new clothing line.
So also educational as
Yes.
well, on top of giving back, which I think is really important, and you can never be too educated, honestly.
Right.
What has been the biggest accomplishment so far?
You want to take that one? Or?
And when did you guys start? I should have said this.
So
when did you start the organization?
We've officially became a nonprofit in 2019.
Okay.
So it's been a few years. That's when it was like official. We've had a total of 9 recipients over the years. And like Julie said, during COVID, each year we get nominations from random people that nominate their recipient. And during COVID, we had a total of 6 nominations. And between the 3 of us, we could not say no to one or another. So it was a decision we made that everyone would get a little something that year. So we donated to all 6 of those recipients. So total of 9 recipients, and we've donated over $17,000 so far since we became official. And then in addition to the yearly recipients, we donate throughout the year. So we do donations for like fundraising. So the Connolly benefit, we just did a donation for. We contributed to St. Baldrick's recently. So each month we kind of look for different little organizations or benefits that we can, not only put our name out there, but also help them as well.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything else you would like to say before we close?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to everyone who's supported us so far. Obviously, we wouldn't be able to do any of these amazing things without the support from our communities and everybody. We talked about this at the day of her benefit. This neighborhood, especially this neighborhood, is just so generous, and it almost takes my breath away. It really does. How people really step up and take care of one another. And I think that even since Nina has passed, people are still stepping up and taking care of her through what we're doing. And I just really, really wanted to say, thank you for everyone who has supported us since we've started.
Yeah, I can't top that. Just our community is one in a million. And I think everyone says that about their own communities. But when you're from Bridgeport or Canaryville, I think you really feel it, and it really makes a difference because everyone just comes together and does whatever they can to help each other out.
When I lived in Minnesota, there was a population of 14,000 people, and I was this city girl. So they all thought I was like a unicorn of some sort. And I'll never forget when I would talk about the neighborhood, my coach, who has lived in that town pretty much his whole life, looked at me and was like, Jenna, you talk like you know everyone. And I said, because I do.
Yeah.
And it was so hard to explain to people who obviously aren't from here. And I know there's gonna be people who are listening that aren't from Bridgeport, but I always say we really have the best of both worlds because it is a small town within a big city. And I think anyone who's from Chicago, where you have a neighborhood, like a true neighborhood feel, where you have insane generations going back, where you've grown up on the same block, or, you just, people look out for you in a way that you don't really often find. And every time I've left, it's like, this is what I'm looking for. And it makes me happy. It made me that much more happy to come home. And I think it's just something that's really rare. And I love what you guys are doing. And just seriously, cheers to let's just to red lips. To red lips.
Our girl.
Okay, guys, I have a date for you that you need to save right now. Saturday, June 11th, we are having a block party at Shinnick's for the Nina Mastro Organization. Okay, there are going to be more details to follow, but I would love it if all of you guys could come out. You're supporting a great cause. It's going to be a great day. And I'm going to put it out to the weather gods and Nina. Can you just give us some sunshine? Like give me like 75 sunny with that little lakefront breeze that somehow makes it all the way to 38th and Union. That I would love. Okay. So guys, if you are interested in coming to that, okay, just come. Okay. There's going to be more information to follow. You can follow their page along, which is going to be at Nina, Nina, and then Mastro, Mastro_org, ORG. So at NINAMASTRO_ORG. Okay. They're going to have everything you need to know leading up to the day on that page. You can also head to their website, which is nina-m.org. Okay. And on the page, guys, if you are interested in donating, submitting someone to be a recipient, or if you just want to learn more about this organization, this cause, maybe how to get involved, head on over there. That is going to give you everything you need to know. Another really great thing that they had said in our interview was they're coming out with a clothing line, guys, and I am wearing mine right now. Look at that. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, the most comfortable sweatshirt. I don't know what like the sleeves. I like that the band's a little bit thick. They fit my arms kind of perfectly. They're a little long, but if I want to roll them up, I can, and they're not awkwardly scrunched. I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope it does. But the material is so soft. I love the simplicity of the shirt. It goes with everything that I'm wearing. And as always, what I love about what they're doing is they're teaming up with Grit Clothing. Guys, I love Grit Clothing. I adore Grit Clothing. So I believe as of now, their clothing line should be launched, and you can head on over to their Instagram page, and I'm going to link everything in the show notes, in the description. For those of you who are either listening or watching, it's just a different place to get it, but I'm going to link everything there so you can go straight to the page and get the clothes, and it's going to be fantastic. Okay. I am so grateful for those for doing this. I think it was hard for them to talk about. Obviously it's emotional. I don't think it's ever not going to be emotional, and I think the way that it changes in you is I hope for them that when they talk about it and seeing the impact that they're making now, they're happy tears. I don't know if they ever truly will be, um, because I don't know. I don't even know what it's like to be in their shoes. But from an outside point of view, guys, I am so proud of the work that they're doing, um, because it's not easy, and they are impacting people's lives and honoring their friend, and it's so beautiful. And it's really just a beautiful sight to see, and I'm just grateful that I get to be a part of telling their story. So to Julie, to Allie, to Nicole, and to Nicole, thank you again for doing this. I am so grateful for all of you for talking about this. I know it's not easy, and for anyone who is listening or watching to this, seriously, guys, go and check out their page. And anything as small as you can donate or as big as you can donate, it helps more people than you know, and they're doing such an incredible job, and I cannot wait to see what it is that they do next. Okay, I said I had a tip for you guys. Here's a tip. Your idea is valid. Just walk down a bread aisle. Okay, what the hell do I mean by that? We all have really good ideas, right? It's very It can be discouraging at times to have an idea and think, oh, but someone else is doing it better. Now, this is what I want you to do. Go to your local grocery store and I want you to walk down the bread aisle. And I think you're going to get where I'm going with here. How many different brands of bread are there? And guess what? They're all on the shelf, which means they're all making money doing it. And it's all bread. It's all bread. It's the same ingredients. Well, not all of the same, but you know what I'm saying. But your idea is valid. There's a reason you have this idea. Don't be discouraged just because someone else is doing it. It doesn't mean you can't. You can do this idea. So go and do it. Seriously, walk down a bread aisle. It's going to change your whole outlook on life. Just walk down a bread aisle. Okay, that's all I got for you. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening on in. And I hope you all take the time today to realize that we have way more in common with each other than we have different. I will see you next week. Take care.
Hey, everybody, it's closing time. You don't gotta go home, but you can't stay here.